This is the garden in front of the house. This little rock garden. Flowers. Got some tulips coming up that I planted for the first time last fall. I think I just need to water some things here. I think it's supposed to rain later tonight, so don't have to water too much. This is my new garden. I think I'm disturbing a bird. Sorry, birdie. Yeah, he's trying to nest in there. Disturbing her today. This is the new garden. These I purchased online, these boxes. They're plastic and they just slide in. It said 4x4, but they're about 3.5 by 3.5. So my square foot gardening's a little off. And here I have cucumbers. Over there I got cucumbers for slicing and cucumbers for pickling on this side. And then a row of dill. Here I have some nasturtium on the corners and then scarlet runner beans. Going to go up the trellis on both sides. Here is my test pepper. I want to see if it survives this April weather, and last night I put this in the ground yesterday, and last night it got really cold. It was like low 30s and there was frost covering the ground this morning, but I had this cloth covering it, so I think it did pretty good. But I think I'm going to start putting this milk jug over it to protect it in case it gets cold again. And so far it's doing good, and if that survives the next couple of days, I'm going to bring out my peppers because I'm tired of hardening them off. This is going to be my zucchini and squash bed. I have planted 2 zucchinis, 1 per square foot, and then a patty cake squash, of course the scarlet runner beans, and nasturtium in the corners. If I find I have room in these come the middle or end of May, I'll plant other things. So these square beds are definitely Mel's Mix. And I'll tell you what a pain that was trying to find compost. But I did it. It cost a lot of money. But I did it. This bed here is not a Mel's Mix, but I'm going to fix it up with a Mel's Mix. Probably later today or this week, definitely. Over here is a Mel's Mix, but I'm not sure I'm going to have enough to do Mel's Mix in both of these. I do have leftover this stuff here, so it's hard to find compost where it's just pure compost. Everything says compost blend. So I have this soil enhancement made with lobster and seafood compost. Then I have lobster compost mixed with some peat. I have garden compost blend, Hampton's Estate Premium Compost Blend, I have this manure, organic hummus, and manure. I have chicken fuel compost. It's getting a little windy over there. The coarse grain vermiculite, of course. And I used up all the mushroom compost for the Mel's Mix. And I'm getting more compost actually in the mail today, I think, from Amazon. I forget what kind it is, but it should be good. This is my old garden. You just saw it was my new garden. But this trellis here I just put together, and I'm going to build a garden around it, and that's going to be for the pole beans. Scarlet runner beans are in the new garden. It's going to be pole beans. Holy moly, it's getting windy. These are falling down. There's my bees' houses. This is kale. I got the dinosaur kale, curly kale, red Russian kale. I got spinach and carrots. The carrots don't seem to be coming up. I don't know, they're being stubborn over here. Garlic, lettuce, beets, spinach, onions, borage. And this area is going to be my new half moon garden. So it's going to start here with the straight edge, and the half moon is going to go around the water feature and back. So it's going to be a half moon. I started planting here because I had to get this stuff in. So I have broccoli, and under these little things I have Swiss chard that I started. Everything was started from seeds, but I planted that and they don't seem to be doing too good. That one might be doing okay. It looks a little better than it did yesterday, that's for sure. This one under here, well, that's doing good. Staying nice and toasty under there. This one's got, I got some holes in here for the water. It's doing better. And these are doing better. Swiss chard. These are bush beans. I'm going to plant some more of those. But I wanted to get some in the ground. They were getting leggy. I also have celery over there. This dish I've always had on the ground in the garden, the flower garden, but in the winter we had this tire hanging around, so I read somewhere, put your bird bath in there and it'll keep it warm and won't freeze as fast. So I did, and the birds love it. Then I bought these $10 water fountains that are solar charged. Solar fountains. Put it up here. This I got at the dollar store. I stuck it on a post to get it off the ground so the lawnmower won't chop it up, which is what happened last year. But this idea I got from Robbie and Gary's YouTube channel. Brilliant, or I'm just a knucklehead. But this is actually perfect because I can turn this, you know, for the sunrise, and then when the sun's setting, turn it this way, and the pump is constantly going. Birds love this. They splash and water my plants that I planted yesterday. Columbine. I haven't seen any hummingbirds this year yet. It's still too cold, but I'm trying to attract them into the yard. These coming up are my Happy Return daylilies. This is going to be a hydrangea, blue. This area is for the birds. Gotta hang my sign. This area is for the birds. This is my little shade garden. Got some perennials still need to come up. Turns into a sun garden. Well, it's a lot of sun in the morning and then sun in the afternoon right now. Things are passing over trees, and it's still April, so the sun's low. I have to do something with this other rose bush, and I have to do something with this clematis. Yeah, looks like it wants to come up. I better take care of it this year. Bleeding hearts are coming up. This stuff has to be cleaned up. These are like my herbs from last year. Patio needs to be cleaned up. And it looks like I'm disturbing another bird. What is that? Is that a robin? Anyway, there's a birdhouse up there in the corner. It's got a big hole, so I think this robin's trying to go in there. And I think the grackles are harassing the robin. So lots to do to clean up. Half Moon Garden. I had some limbs taken down of the trees last month, and now my shade area gets too much sun. So I had to put up these shade cloths. They seem to work well, but it's not that sunny today. I'm not so sure I like that mirror there.